thank you so much for the support on the has-been content. I'll definitely be making more. Maybe I'll do theories and things like that instead of just what if, since you enjoy it. But with that being said, let's get to this series. What if I was reincarnated as Goku? I was walking home from my job. It was dark, very dark out. I was walking on the sidewalk, about to get home, but then I dropped my wallet onto the street. I quickly ran and grabbed it without thinking, but then I looked and I saw a car. The car hit me. I began to bleed out. As I coughed up blood, eventually I would die. But after I died, I would wake up in someone else's body. As I looked around, I was at Master Roshi's house. I was confused. This couldn't be. How is this possible? This place isn't real. It's just a fictional cartoon, an anime. But it looked so real to me. I would walk up to it and touch it. As Master Roshi would say, "Goku, you feeling okay? What's wrong, Dad?" As I looked down, it was little Gohan. And I realized what was going on. I was Goku, but it was in the Saiyan saga. As I looked around, is Raditz gonna show up? I was so shocked, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do, as suddenly Raditz would fly down. "Hello, brother. It seems like you're a disappointment." I looked at Raditz, and I said, "You're not real." Raditz said, "What the hell are you talking about?" Krillin walked towards Raditz and says, "Listen, I don't know who you are, but you're making my friend uncomfortable. Now, we're just trying to," but then suddenly Raditz would hit him with a tail, sending him flying into the Kami's house as he would walk up towards me. "Are you really a coward, Kakarot? You really do not want to join our people?" I would look at him and say, "Are you real?" as I would touch his skin. Raditz would look at me. I looked at him with confusion, not fear, not anything else. Raditz would get mad and kick me into the ground. "Are you insane, Kakarot? What's wrong with you?" I would look up at him and say, "So you are real. So I'm really here. That changes a lot, doesn't it?" I would then smile and get up. I would say, "Good. I think I like this new life." Raditz would say, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I want you to make some sense. Are you joining me or not?" I would look at him and say, "No, but you'll join me in time." Raditz then got mad as he grabbed Gohan and flew off, but I simply smirked. Everyone was questioning how come I was happy. I simply said, "Because I know what's gonna happen." Piccolo would land and offer the team up. As I accepted, we would fly after Raditz. As me and Piccolo went after Raditz, eventually we would arrive right at him. Raditz would look at us and say, "So, you can come after me without a scouter." I would smile and say, "Hey Raditz, why don't we just skip this whole fight, and you join us against Vegeta and Nappa?" Raditz would say, "How do you know their names?" "No, I didn't speak of them." I would say, "Because I'm not from this world, brother. You see, I come from another world. I've seen everything that happens, and I know everything that will happen. But it would change, since I'm gonna change things, of course." Raditz would say, "I don't know what the hell's gotten into you, Kakarot, but you're acting weird." Piccolo would look and say, "You are, Goku." I would simply say, "Use your new technique you were gonna use against me. You know about that? Yeah. And oh, please don't kill him, just wound him. I need him to join us, if that makes sense." Piccolo would sigh and nod. As Raditz and I prepared to fight, I would quickly take off my weighted clothing. As Raditz would say, "Pitiful, your power level is pathetic compared to mine." I would say, "But your power level is pathetic compared to Nappa and Vegeta. But if you join us right now, we can skip this fight and—" "Shut up! I don't know how you know about them. I don't know how you know this information, but you're too weak to do anything about it anyway. And why would I leave my strong partners to join you?" I would smile and say, "Simple, because soon I'll be stronger than all of you." As we started to fight, I really didn't know what I was doing at first. True, I had the power, but I've never really flown or used ki before, so I wasn't really used to it. So I started to lose badly. As I was starting to get beat up, I was thinking, this is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. As blood started to fall through my face, I began to get desperate. I would lay down and pretend to be dead. As Raditz walked away, I would grab his tail and pull it as he fell to the floor. As I would say, "Now," but not his vital organs. Piccolo would say, "It sounds good." Raditz would say, wait, you said you want to join, right?" I would laugh. "Wow, you think I'm an idiot? You're obviously lying." But part of me wanted to believe him. Part of me wanted to let him go. I don't know what it was. It must have been Goku's instinct, Goku's body. I wanted to trust him, but I knew deep down I couldn't do this. After all, he lied in the show and he's lying right now. As I continued to grab onto his tail, I said, "Nice try. Now Piccolo, hit him. Make sure not to kill him." Piccolo would say, "You're too soft." But even though Piccolo thought about killing him, he realized something. Goku kept talking about Nappa and Vegeta, whoever they are. They must have been stronger than Raditz. The fact that he wanted him to join them. So he would decide to listen. As he blasted into Raditz's chest, too far away from his heart to kill him, he would fall down and begin to bleed. As then I pulled out bandages and began to wrap him. "You should be good for now." As Raditz looked at me, he coughed up blood still. As we sent him off with Bulma. Bulma was a bit unhappy to take care of Raditz, but we kind of needed it. As Piccolo looked and said, "What's the plan? Once he's better, he'll kill us. That's why we'll train in the time chamber. It'll take a few more days for him to heal, and by then, we'll have years of training." I then looked at Piccolo. Piccolo would say, "The time chamber?" "My father. Some of his memories leaked into mine. I do remember that place. Let's train. Although, remember, as soon as they're defeated, I will kill you." I simply looked at Piccolo, knowing that's not true, knowing he'll actually become my best friend. So I simply smiled and said, "Okay," and walked off, and Piccolo was annoyed. As we went to the time chamber, eventually we would both enter. Kami didn't want us to go in. He said it was dangerous and unsafe, but I didn't care. It was time for both of us to train. As me and Piccolo started to train, I wasn't used to using ki or anything like that. Sure, my body knew how to use it subconsciously, but I didn't, so I was sloppy. Piccolo picked up on this and yelled at me. He said it was for having a family, and I looked at him and said, "It's not that. It's because I'm not myself anymore. I don't enjoy the same things I enjoy." I just started to lie. I don't know why. I could have told Piccolo the truth, but would he believe me? Would he think I was insane? Would he just try to kill me? I decided just to lie and tell him I was depressed, and that's why I was acting weird. That made sense, but that wasn't like Goku at all. It seemed like I was really changed. I didn't like family life. Piccolo was shocked, but he couldn't think about it much now. We trained, and I got used to using ki. I got back into the groove, as Piccolo saw, and our power grew exponentially. I thought about trying to become a Super Saiyan, but I had to actually be able to be a good fighter before I did that. As we trained for an entire year, our power level skyrocketed as we walked out of that chamber. As then I looked at Piccolo and said, "Could you train my son for a year?" He would say, "What? Why would I do that?" I would laugh and say, "So you can bond with him, of course." "Bond? You're insane. Pretty please?" Ugh. I think he needs a teacher to become strong. He has great potential like me. Better than me. He's stronger than me. At least he has the potential to become stronger than me. And I want you to see that, Piccolo. Piccolo would look at him and say, "Fine." As Piccolo had a vision of him dying, but this went away. Is he no longer going to die? He was confused. Maybe if he trained Gohan, he would be able to stop it. So he decided to agree, and he took Gohan into the time chamber. Gohan would be scared and confused. Why would I do this? Why would I let Piccolo just beast train him? As he would train with Piccolo, though, he would start to bond with him, and Piccolo would bond with him too. Even though there was less of an incentive, considering that I didn't really die. However, that didn't really matter, because deep down, Piccolo wasn't a bad guy. He was just following his father's footsteps, trying to live up to his reputation, trying to live up to his dreams, but he didn't really want that. And as he trained, Gohan became stronger, and Piccolo could see his potential. He could see what I was talking about. And as he walked out, he would smirk and say, "All right, next round, you and me." I would say, "Nah, I think I would train with my brother instead." I would fly down with a sensu bean. As Raditz was being taken care of by Bulma, I would say, "Hey brother, how are you doing? Are you here to gloat? Why did you do this? Why did you spare me? So you can torture me? No. Eat this." I'll throw him a bean. He would say, "You really think I would fall for this poison? Why would I poison you when I can kill you now?" He would eat it as suddenly he would heal. He would get up and say, "Are you that stupid to heal me like this?" I would laugh and say, "Oh brother, I need your help. Besides, I know you have a grudge against Vegeta." So I would throw him the scouter and say, "Use it." As he used the scouter, he would see my power level 5 times what it was before. It even dwarfed his. How are you this strong? I'll show you. And you can become this strong too. And together, we can defeat them. He was hesitant, but Raditz took my hand. As brothers in arms, I've already changed history. Raditz has survived, and now we'll easily be able to beat the Saiyans with my knowledge and with the Raditz. And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think of this series so down far in the comments below. And sorry not a lot of action happened. This was just a build-up episode. But the next episode will hopefully have more action. It's a little hard to have this have action in the Reincarnated series because I already know everything. And that's why I didn't start out as a kid. Because I already did What If Goku Was Reborn with all his memories. So I wasn't really going to do the Reincarnated thing. But you all really wanted it. So I decided to do it. Because, well, I could just make it interesting and start with Z. I mean, if I started with Dragon Ball, it would basically be the same thing, but with me instead of Goku. I mean, there will be a few differences here and there, but, you know, be too similar in my opinion. But start with Z, and I think I can make it a little bit more different. Different enough to be its own unique series, you know what I mean? And peace out.